finally, right? This is it. I mean, obviously, I know that this guy has slept with someone else, right? He strung me along, and for a number of months, um, I don't know, changed his mind or got what he could out of me. And, obviously, I had suspected that he's probably sleeping with someone else all along. It's pretty obvious that we're not going to meet up, or if we are going to meet up, this isn't going to be good for me. So let me just cut all communication here. And so I unfriended him on Facebook and did a number of other things. Our communication had probably, it was just pages and pages and pages, probably, if you printed out the messages, which I did not. But it was a huge amount of a communication. And so I went to delete this app that we were communicating on. This is the middle of the night. It's like 2 o'clock in the morning. So talk about spiritual forces again, because this is a true war. A war that you can't talk about. Okay, so this knowing came over me, and once again, I'm translating it to words, but they just said, don't delete the messages. And I'm like, what? I'm like, you've got to be kidding me, right? I'm like, don't delete the messages. I have to delete the messages. I'm like, I just, like at the time, and this is perfectly normal reasoning, right? Like, look, this guy's no good. It's not going to work out. Like, let me just cut all communication, right? How many videos do you watch? No contact, la, 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 la. And I hadn't watched any of those videos, but I knew I had to just move on with my life, right? I could literally feel this connection, and I said, look, I've got to delete these messages, man. Like, what? And then I'm like, is it just me in my head, like, saying this? I'm like, is this really, because I do believe that throughout my life, believe me, I've had protection, or else I wouldn't even be here talking with you, quite frankly. So I never go against my gut instinct, okay? But I was questioning it. I'm like, don't delete the messages? I think I have to delete the messages. I was just like, look, I'm in the worst type of pain. Okay, and so once again, and the thing is, with this communication, it was very neutral, and I'm translating it as don't delete the messages, but it was not urgent. It was like, it would just be best if you keep the messages. It was very peaceful, calm, and I was not peaceful or calm, but the presence or the people coming to me trying to help me, they knew a lot more than me at the time, okay? And so their next step was to tell me, you'll understand in the future, just get to a point of neutrality where just keep them, but you don't have to look at them. Just get to a point of neutrality. That's what they kept saying, like, where, you're indifferent and you don't really care. And I'm like, are you serious? I'm like, no, this can't be. I'm never going to get to that point unless I delete the messages, right? And like, I'm kind of going back and forth before I put my finger on this app. And I was like, I'm sorry, like, I'm in the worst emotional pain in like 20 years. I can't talk to anybody about this. I can't do anything about this. I don't even know what the hell this is, but I got to move on with my life. Like, I can't keep these messages. And, they were just like, okay, they weren't like trying to pressure me or whatever. Like I said, it wasn't like this energy bubble, like, that was with me every single day with Mr. Catalyst, right? Which I was completely addicted to, So I delete them. And I did feel a relief. I felt a relief. This is important. But it was temporary. Literally within 2 hours, all the emotional pain came back. And I was like, what? What is this? I'm like, I have never experienced this before in my life.